Okay, today is November 25th or 26th. Not a bad day. Nice clouds in the sky. I am going to see if I can change out the lights in the workshop because it's been annoying me. As you can see, we still haven't moved into the house, so it's still very much a warehouse, but I am going to go up here and change these out, or as much as I can today. Should have got up earlier, but I didn't. I got LED light strips. These are 2 packages of 12 from Amazon, and these are the 4-foot ones. I also have 2-foot ones, which I might use in locations like above work areas, this side and that side, but we'll see how we do, because in total I have 24 light strips here, so I might not need these smaller ones. These smaller ones I was, this is what's left over from a grow light stand that I created using LED lights. In case you didn't know you could do that, you don't need grow lights for a grow light stand. You can do LED lights if they're the right Kelvin and brightness. But that's another video for another channel. Anyways, I plugged these in and tested. They all light up. They all look good. They're 5000K, so it should more than add enough brightness in here. And they have the ability to be plugged in, as some of these lights here are. I don't know if you can see it, but over there, those lights are plugged in. And this one ties into an outlet. So they have the ability to be plugged in, the LED lights that I got, as well as hardwired. So I think I'm only going to need 3 rows of 6, which will leave extra lights left over, but we will see as we go. Hopefully this doesn't take all day.
Back a year ago, I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago.
All right, the whole big glass light that was here was a lot heavier than I thought. They don't make light fixtures like that anymore. So one of the bulbs broke when it was coming down. Yeah. So one out of the 2. I'm going to see if I can sell these things on Facebook Marketplace. I'll probably do a bundle. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 lights for like 110, 120, or whatever the best offer is. See if I can get anything back. But that was kind of sketchy. Don't know if the time-lapse caught that, but yeah. And these are different bulbs. They don't twist out like the other ones do. If you look at the end, there's just one nub instead of 2 prongs that you usually see. So I'm sure if you look around you can get these bulbs, but who knows? I'm sure someone will find value from it. It's a big ass light, so someone probably could find use for it in a shop someplace. Anyways, it's taking a little bit longer than I thought, but partly because there's stuff in the way. So onward and upwards.
A year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago.
Okay, still working my way through. No more stuff dropped. Took out the old fan and everything. Came to the fuse box. Well, let me start off. The shop has 3 switches here. I honestly don't know what this last switch is for. Maybe outside lights, I'm not too sure. But these switches turn off sections of light. So this first switch was basically this area here, including that plug, which would light up that middle one there. The second switch is the other bank of lights right there. So I was hoping that in the fuse box they were on separate circuits, but they're not. So it's the same circuit with multiple switches. So if I hit this one, I think it's this one, that cuts power to all the lights in the ceiling. So I'm going to be working in the dark for a little while, because it's a good thing I checked that too, because some of these lights are hardwired into the ceiling. So just shutting off the switch over there doesn't mean that there isn't power going through there. So, and since they're not on separate circuits, I can't keep some of the lights on as I do work so I can see. It's a good thing I started in daylight. So I'm going to have to turn off the complete circuit for all the lights in the sky and continue in the dark while I still have daylight. It makes sense. No one needs to die, not at this age.
Through the downs and lows, and we're all going live. Still nobody knows, but I'ma choose what's right and take what comes and goes. And ain't no one in life holding me back no more. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago.
This video started last year, November 2023, and I finally got all the lights up. I had mentioned in the other video that it was really slowing me down because there was a lot of stuff that we were keeping here as storage. Well, the rentals on the house is finished, so I was able to move out the majority of the stuff. Most of the stuff is my workshop equipment and some other things in here. So with that done, it allowed me to finish up the lights. So I don't know if you noticed, but the quality of light in here is a lot better than it was before. I was going to do 3 rows of 5, I think, or 6. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me just close the garage door here. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I used the smaller lights over here because the big 4-foot lights weren't lining up properly and it threw off my feng shui. So I put 4 smaller lights here, a row of 4 of the big lights, and another row of 5 with the big lights. So with this, there should be enough light in here for working properly. And what I've kind of noticed is, let me see if you can see this. There's very little shadow that's cast with the lights this way. So that really will help when I'm working on stuff. If I find that, okay, it's throwing more shadows than I would like, I still have room to add a couple task lighting here and a couple task lighting here. I'm not putting anything on that far section over there because I think this is an access to the attic space in the workshop slash garage. For people that didn't know, we moved to this house, and the former owner, her husband, had passed away a few years ago, and he used to run an upholstery business out of here. So that's why the space is set up the way it is. It came with a big air compressor. Also, he ran or got someone to run 240 power out here. Now, I will say this. I don't think this place was professionally built because there's been some questionable wiring and stuff in here that I've run into. But I would say 95% of it is safe, and the rest I'm aware of and I have to be careful with. These bare wires that you see coming out of ceiling are part of the hard wiring that he did to some of the, the fluorescent lights that were here before. So I'm going to cut them off and cap them and put junction boxes on each one of these. That's probably like $10 per junction box at Home Depot, but it's better than having the bare wires, or raw wires, let's say, hanging out. Anyways, that's it for the lighting. Over the next few weeks / months, I'll finish setting up the shop. I want to have my miter saw over here. This thing is being sold, so this will come out. This section here, I'm going to eventually put up a wall and enclose it, but that's where my dust collector is going to go. Once again, this is coming out. So there's still a few stuff from the move. So dust collector, miter saw, table saw in the center, and then jointer and planer over here. Oh, and I recently got a 14-inch bandsaw. So the drill press and the bandsaw will be over there. And this will be my workbench. I also grow vegetables and stuff, so that's a grow light stand that I put together. But once again, that's for a different channel and another video. So I'll be using this in the springtime anyways as my my seedling grow station. Anyways, that's it for the lights. Took a few months, but at least it's done.
Days, way back a year ago.